Hi everyone, how's everyone going? I don't know if I can see friends at the moment or see anything. It's really strange how this is showing up today. So I'm going live for A Very Money Christmas, one of my first live shows for my weekly shows on my Accessorize Your Life group. Now I wanted to do this particular topic because it's a really big topic, especially around this time of year. I don't know if you've tapped into the craziness of how much you have to spend and all the spending flurry that's going on and the manic and the crazy and the hi Fee, how you going? But it can tend to put a lot of stress on us financially, or our point of view around Christmas puts stress on us financially. Even the other day, I was shopping with my partner and I'd gone into, by the way, I'm wearing red today as it's a Christmas theme. I'd gone into Target the other day, and because I'd already, Santa had bought the kids a trampoline early, and I wanted to get them a couple of other things to open on Christmas Day. So I was in Target. I'd already bought my daughter some clothes and an eyelash curler because she was begging me for an eyelash curler. And I was in Target and I was thinking about what I was going to get Jay, and I'd realised that I'd bought him a music stand and it only cost me $29.95. Now, how awesome is that I could buy something that he really required and he would absolutely love, and it was only $29.95. But then I went into this really weird funk that I'd spent more on my daughter's clothes than I had on his present, and that I should get something else. Now, what if I didn't have to get something else? What if it had absolutely nothing to do with the money, but it was everything to do with the gift and the present? But we get ourselves into all these weird points of view and this craziness about how it should be even, and what if it doesn't? What if you could spend what is a contribution to that person, or spend that amount of money on yourself that's a contribution to you? And that everywhere where you're functioning from this, it has to be even, it has to look a certain way, it has to be a certain way, which is these erroneous points of view that we have. Would you be willing to just let all those go and have a totally different point of view? What is a contribution to this person, and what is a contribution for Christmas Day and the future? And I was looking at other things that we have around this time of year, like our points of view around debt. So a lot of us will spend a lot of money on our credit card, and so we end up with this credit card debt. And then we focus on that debt, and we're not actually out creating or focusing on what we could create to out-create that debt. All our energy goes on the debt, and maybe you're in a beyond about it. So a beyond is something that freezes you in time. So it's where you might get an astronomical bill, or for example, the credit card debt, or you owe somebody money, and you go into this beyond, and it freezes you in time, and you're not able to go beyond creating something or out creating that thing you've decided has held you captive. So one of the things that I like to say to unlock me from a beyond, because I have had bills in the past, like I've received a bill from Telstra in the past, which was like $700, and they'd obviously made a mistake. But my first reaction was, and you cannot think past that shock. You can't go into the possibility when you go into that. So one of the ways that you can clear a beyond is by saying all the beyonds, eternally beyonds, creating, and I'm going to put in debt, creating the reaction to the debt. Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all and see a different possibility for you? Hi Tennille, how you going? Hope you're well over there in Tassie. I'm actually quite sweltering here in Melbourne. It's hot, and then I've got this long sleeve dress on. Anyway, so we get ourselves in this frozen moment where we can't create beyond that beyond. So we've decided that's more real than our ability to create. So what could you do? What could you be? And what action could you take to outcreate your past expenditure? Now, the other thing is that you want to say is it's a past expenditure, not a debt. Because back in the day, people used to go to debtor prisons for being in debt. So you can imagine the energy that you're creating around saying that you're in debt. So what if you could say, okay, that's my past expenditure. What could I be? What could I do? What could I choose now in this next 10 seconds, in the next weeks, in the next months, into 2020 and beyond, that could outcreate this debt and exponentialize my life and living? Because you don't want to just, pay off your debt, live day to day, pay off your bills. You want to be outcreating that so that you can have all the things that you would like in your life. And remember, money is for your body, right? Your being doesn't need the money, but your body does, because your body wears clothes, your body goes places, your body wears makeup, your body wears jewelry, your body likes to be nurtured, it likes to be massaged and touched and all the things. And if you're not creating the money for your body, what are you creating it for? Like, what if you asked, body, what do you know about creating money for Christmas and beyond, and 2020 and into the future? Like, what does your body know about that? And if you asked it to assist you to create all the things that you've been asking for, I wonder what could show up in your life. I wonder all the things that you have been asking for, I wonder if you could have them much quicker. What if in 2020 you wrote down, or now, like after this live, maybe you get off this live and you start to ask, what is it the things that I'm asking for now for Christmas and into the future, and see what shows up. What can you create? So what do you guys know? What do you guys want to know about? What gifts are a contribution to the people that you're gifting to? Yeah? So what's a contribution to their life? Are you just giving a gift from obligation? So we have all sorts of obligations with gifts. Like, we might say, well, so-and-so gave me a gift, so therefore I have to give a gift. But what if you could just go out for a night on the town and have a couple of drinks? Or does it have to look a certain way? So what obligations do you have about Christmas that are creating the money issues that you are currently functioning from? So everything that is, would you be willing to let it go? Cool. And what other limitations do you have? So I don't have enough. How am I going to pay for all this? Like, what are all the things that are going through your head at this time of year? And you want to ask, does this belong to me? What is my reality with money? And where can I find it? That's actually one of my favorite questions at the moment. I'm like, what is my reality with anything? But because this is a money topic, let's look at the money side of it. So what is my reality with money, and where can I find it? And then asking that question a few times, getting the awareness. You might not get it straight away, but you might to get a sense of where money is hiding for you and what your reality is with money. Like, is it that you should be in debt? Is it that it's hard to come by? Is it that it's not easy? Like, is that really your reality? Or could you have a totally different point of view? What if it's easy? What if money's just around the corner? What if money is gifted to you? What if money was fun? Like, how many points of view about money do we have that it's making it not fun, especially this time of year? I mean, it's a crazy density, right? So who does that all belong to? Because 99% of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions don't actually belong to you. Can you believe it? So if 99% of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions don't actually belong to you, and you are having this ongoing point of view about money that's running over and over and over and over in your mind, who does it actually belong to? Where did it come from? Do you have a parent that stresses about money at this time of year? Do you have a partner that stresses about money at this time of year? Are you surrounded by people at work and in your work environment that stress about money at this time of year? You could be living next to a next door neighbor that's stressing about money. So who does this belong to? Who does this money issue actually belong to? Return it back to sender with consciousness attached. Give it back to them. Let them deal with it. And then ask yourself, what am I aware of with money? What is my reality with money? And where can I find it? And just see like the lightness in your world. Does that feel lighter to ask that? Or does it feel heavy? So if it's heavy, it's a lie. So if everything that I'm saying right now, if it's feeling heavy, well, you might want to ask, is it just the heaviness of this money conversation we're having? Or does it feel lighter? Does it feel lighter that I'm saying this stuff to you? Cool. So what else do you guys want to know about money? Like, it's a really funny time of year. I know it can bring up a whole lot of stuff. People get really rushed. They're frantic. And I guess, you know, as we've talked about, there's credit card debt. And then we go into 2020 with that credit card debt. But just remember, it's past expenditure. You have a different choice now. And if you've already spent money on your credit card and you have that to pay off next year, like, keep asking, what can I create? What can I be? What can I do to outcreate this? What can I be and do in 2020 to go beyond any of these bills, money issues that I'm having? What if you could have a totally different space with the money that you're asking for? So, on that note, I'm going to say sayonara, and I hope those tools assisted you and allowed you to see a different possibility with money around this time of year. And I wonder, and I can't wait to see what you create in 2020. Bye for now.